Monday evening weather for Weather Geeks time. When I recorded this at 7:28, here's what it looked like on our brand new Window World weather camera in Youngstown. It's going to be a beautiful sunset this evening with these clouds thinning out. Look forward to showing a time lapse of this sunset this evening. If you have any great pictures of the sunset, be sure to send them in on my Facebook or Twitter, or you can tag me on Instagram, or you can send them to weatherpics@wfmj.com. So get some great shots with this new camera in Youngstown. We've got a great view of the skyline, eastern horizon, western horizon. 680. This thing's going to get us a lot of great shots. All right, today was a chilly day, only about 40 this afternoon for the high here locally. It was below average everywhere across eastern Ohio and western PA, and after 12 consecutive above average days, now we've had 3 below average days in a row. We're going to break that streak tomorrow, though, with a pretty nice warm-up coming our way. I need to correct this number over here on the left. Last Friday we were at 9.7 above average, but now we're about 7.5 degrees above average. Still way above average for the month of March, which will surely go down in the record books as a very warm March compared to the average. Alright, I talked about this earlier on social media and on 21 News at 6. We have 3 more Skywarn classes. If you want to become a trained spotter for the National Weather Service, and for broadcast meteorologists such as myself, you can attend these free classes put on by the National Weather Service. We have one tomorrow night in Lisbon, and then 2 on the 30th. One is in Austintown, one is in Mercer over in Pennsylvania. These last, I think, an hour and a half to 2 hours, and you'll get trained on how to identify certain types of weather phenomena, and you can become a certified spotter who can call in to the National Weather Service, and they take your observations more seriously, if you will, than those who are not officially Skywarn trained. So really encourage you, if you're into the weather or have an interest in helping out the weather enterprise, to go take these classes and get certified. You guys are our eyes and our ears out there. We really need people on the ground telling us what is going on. Fancy radars and everything aside, just human eyeballs are sometimes the best weapons in our arsenal. All right, we are done with accumulating snow in the foreseeable future, probably for the rest of the season. Not so much the case in the northern Great Lakes over the next few days. We're looking at parts of the northern part of the lower peninsula of Michigan, maybe getting more than a foot, maybe a foot and a half of snow in the coming couple of days. So that is a pretty impressive total shown here on the RPM model. But even over towards Green Bay, you could see 5 to 10 inches, something like that over there. They're on the cold side of this front that's going to lay out over the northern lakes over the next couple of days. We're going to be on the south side. We're going to get into a deep southerly flow tomorrow. And a cold start, but we're going to warm up into the 50s tomorrow afternoon. And it's off to the races on Wednesday as well. I think with enough sunshine, we can easily exceed 60 on Wednesday. I've got 63 in my forecast, and that could be a little too low still if we get enough sunshine. It depends on the clouds Wednesday. This front off to the north, it might try to wobble a little bit. If it wobbles a little bit farther south, we can get into a cloud shield that would put a lid on the temperatures. But for right now, I'm calling for lower 60s on Wednesday. Outside chance of a late day shower. All right, let's talk about Thursday. We've got a cold front coming our way. It's a pretty strong one. And showers and even some thunderstorms seeming pretty likely from midday on Thursday. Will there be severe weather? I think there's a real low chance. The instability doesn't look real great ahead of this. There will be some wind shear, some turning of the winds with height that we'll have to keep an eye on. But not real concerned about severe weather at this point. Just think it'll be an unsettled second half of the day. Boy, look at that sunset. That's beautiful. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming weekend. It's Easter coming up this weekend. I think Friday behind our front is a noticeably colder day, and you might even see a snow flurry Friday morning right here. And then Friday afternoon, as high pressure builds in, we should have a sunny end of the day. It'll be chilly, probably not much better than the lower 40s on Friday, but that's a quick cold shot. That high goes east Friday night, and already Saturday morning temperatures are warming up as we get into a southerly to southwesterly flow on the backside of high pressure. So we'll warm back up into the 50s on Saturday. It looks like a pretty nice day. That'll be the nicer half of the weekend. The good news for Easter Sunday is you won't be shivering. The bad news is maybe not for services in the morning, but as we get into the afternoon for maybe some Easter egg hunts and that sort of thing, you might have to deal with some raindrops. Here's the GFS for Sunday evening showing rain becoming more and more likely. This is a low pressure system that's likely to cruise across the Ohio Valley early next week, and behind it we will see a couple of shots of cooler air. The air behind this isn't real cold just yet, middle of next week, but then a shot after that does look chilly. I wanted to kind of guide you through the long range real quick here. As we roll into April, the month probably starts out pretty decently temperature-wise. Here's the first day of the month. But there's cold air that's likely to be building out across the plains, the Rockies, and up into the prairies of Canada. And while it may take a few days, this is probably going to come east. And I think we're looking at a below-average period for at least a week during early April, maybe from like the 3rd to the 10th, roughly. We're a ways out here. But if you're waiting for sustained spring warmth, this isn't your pattern. We're going to turn nice for a few days this week. The weekend looks mild. And then it's going to be a lot of up and downs for next week before we get into a fairly consistent cool pattern, it looks like, to kick off the month of April. I thank you for watching the Monday Night Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11. More geeky stuff coming your way at around 7:30 or 8 Tuesday evening on my weather blog on WFMJ.com/weather, and you can watch these videos on your Storm Tracker 21 app as well.